Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Against the Fence. This is the place to be if you're obsessed and passionate about the UFC and the sport of mixed martial arts itself. And today we are joined by Erick Gonzalez, who's 14 wins and 7 losses. And he's recently fought the likes of Jim Miller and Terrence McKinney, and he trains out of the Fight Science MMA in Los Angeles, California. Erick, how are we doing?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Or evening if you're over here in the UK. Look, thanks again for coming on the channel and thanks for finding time for us. But yeah, man, the time split between us, about 8 hours, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's
so
crazy.
you just finished lunch, maybe brunch perhaps, and here we are, hopefully just tucking into dinner.
Yeah, man. I haven't even had brunch yet, man. I gotta eat stuff.
Oh, man.
I gotta eat my lunch stuff.
You're not setting a good example for the kids.
I woke up. Well, I woke up a little sick on Saturday, so I've been kind of like under the weather.
Oh man.
So today I'm just kind of be chilling and taking some medication, shit like that, just to get back on. Sure. I got training. I had to miss training because I don't want to get people sick,
Oh yeah,
okay,
fair. I hear. So
keeping away for a little
currently
bit.
Operating on maybe around 70% thereabouts, and looking to get back up to 100. All right.
Yeah, because normally I get up at I'm up at like 7 in the morning, and then I'm at the gym by 9:30, and I leave my main gym at Fight Science from 9:30. I'm there till like 11, and then I go straight to so I joined the new gym to add part of my camps now, CMMA out in Gardena. So then I go from there 12 o'clock pretty much till 2 o'clock, and then my day is like pretty much just like chilling. I get to eat whatever afterwards. Yeah. I'm not a big breakfast guy, so.
No, fair enough. I mean, you're working hard though. You're working hard out there, and I think that's pretty admirable. So any kids watching this channel, they can still, heroize you.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's, I believe it's a National Hispanic Heritage Month over in the US, and you're part of Hispanic, right?
Yeah, I am Mexican. Both my parents are from Mexico. I was first generation born in the US.
Sir. Not bad. Celebrate that.
Can you tell us what it's like over there in the US at the moment? Are you celebrating in any way? Like, what's the vibe like?
It actually there was a lot of like sports games that actually do celebrate the heritage, Hispanic Heritage Month, and so I went to like a Dodger game. They were having Mexican Independence Day there, and I had gone to what was it? I went to the UFC fights this past weekend.
Yeah.
The weekend before that. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, did you see Rogan?
They were celebrating. No, I didn't. I actually have not met Rogan, man.
No way.
I have yet to meet him. Yeah, I have yet to meet him yet.
Oh, okay.
I've only seen him when he was like 20 feet away, and that was it.
Oh wow,
that's the closest I got to him.
Well, you cut your teeth here with us. And then you'll be on that show in no time.
Yeah. I mean, definitely one of person I look up to. So I like listening to him. So
OG, man.
So many words, man. So many wise words, this guy. But yeah, man, that's awesome. And you mentioned about teams you supported. I can see just behind you. Is that Raiders or who do you support?
Yeah. It's Raiders. I'm a Dodger fan.
Okay.
And I'm a LA Galaxy fan.
Okay, look
Kings, Lakers. I'm an LA guy. So
oh yeah.
The only thing I'm not is the Raiders, which my girl hates. So she's a full diehard Rams fan. So that's what we butt heads.
So to speak. Have you ever been to a Raiders and Rams game together?
I've only been to the Raiders and Chargers. I am planning to go to. I think it's on New Year's Eve. I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna be going to the Rams game, and I want to say they're playing the Raiders.
Imagine if that's happening.
To a New Year's game.
Imagine if that's happening.
I almost went to the Chargers and Raiders game that was over here at the SoFi Stadium. It was a crazy week. Like 2 weeks ago, like I just had like a super busy schedule. Because I got free tickets to the Dodger game, and my manager's like, "Hey, you want to go to the fights?" So I went to the fights. So I flew out to Vegas. And then we almost went to the Raider and Charger game right after that, and it ended up not happening. And we ended up just staying another day in Vegas. And that Sunday, we didn't get home till like 1 a.m. and it was like extremely busy. I felt like it was just like never. I was just like traveling everywhere.
Yeah, no, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, your manager looks after you. There's no messing around.
Yeah, man.
Man, that's fun. It's a fun lifestyle, though. It seems like a fun lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what? Living out of a suitcase, it's really not.
Oh,
You get kind of like, yeah. I'd rather be at home with my dog and my pets. I'm such a
oh,
homebody, man. Honestly, dude. I'm like a big like. If I'm not like, if I don't have anything planned, man, I'll be chilling at home, my computer. I'll be happy just being a nerd over here.
man, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, when you got your cat, dog, you said you got dogs and cats, or just cats and other pets?
I have two cats, and then I have a dog that's 11 months. She's a Belgian Malinois. She's like one of those like military kind of dogs, top dog.
Yeah, looking a bit like German Shepherd like sort of thing. Yeah, oh, that's adorable.
exactly.
11 months as well.
Yeah.
Just like a little.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I rescued her when she was 3 months.
wild.
And 3 months, so I guess someone left her somewhere in the streets. No one claimed her. And me and my fiance went there to get a small dog initially. We saw her and we just like fell in love, man. It was just like, dude, no. My girl's like, "Are you sure you want to get this dog?"
You know, she's gonna get big.
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow. It's cool though, because she actually makes me run a lot faster, man. Well, like, cause she runs at a mile pace at like, she can run at like a 5-minute pace, easily less.
No way.
So like when I have her on a leash, she fucking tugs on me. So like it makes me run faster. So it kind of almost like makes me like go even faster. And then after that, but she only has enough energy for a mile, you know, and I can run miles. I usually run like a 7-mile run. That's like my average mile, my average run, I should say. So it's like having her is just good for sprints.
Yeah.
Just good for sprints.
Sick. Love that.
Oh,
I mean,
amazing.
honestly, the questions we got for you are just, not even really particularly planned. We're just getting to know you a little bit more, and you know, people are seeing your personality. But we should probably get into some of the designated questions here, a bit more sort of about I guess other fighters and
what's going on with you?
what's
really?
going on inside the UFC.
Because I mean, you last fought sort of early August. Now, what has this past month been like for you, and what sort of things have you been up to during that time?
I've been well, after my last fight, man, it was kind of a tough loss. I got caught in that rear naked choke against Terrence, and it kind of like it's been kind of like an off month, man, because it kind of like hit my ego a little bit, just because I'm a way better grappler than the way I got put out. So I've been kind of just like focusing more up and putting in more time on the mat now. So it's just been more of an increase on time on the mat. That's why I joined the new gym, and it's just going to be nonstop work, man. Because I got 2 more fights in my contract. If they were going to release me, they would have already. Yeah. So because there's a lot of guys that get released after losing 2 fights in their contracts, and I did keep that in mind after I lost that fight. But I'm keeping my head up, dude. It's been a very eventful past month. As far as joining a new gym, and adding more stuff into my routine. Because after I've never been on a 2-loss fight streak, so this is the first for me. Yeah, I've only lost 1 fight, and then I went on a streak, and then losing another fight, and then so I've never been on a 2-loss fight streak. So to me, I just like, dude, I got to chase something up. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm just focusing on myself, getting myself mentally. I'm perfectly fine. Yeah. But man, it's just like I said, I've just been spending a lot of time on the mat now. Yeah, and working on little things that I think that I wasn't putting enough focus on now. So that's all I can do. It's a fight game.
Of course. We
live and we learn.
It sounds like you're looking at finding those holes in your game and sort of really sharpening your tools as much as possible for a big comeback. What's the main reasons you think why the UFC have sort of stuck you around? Do you reckon they've seen something in you, or do you reckon there's a particular part that you haven't yet showed them, and what would that look like?
Because I'm a bad motherfucker. That's why they can't keep me around.
I think that the fact that I took a 10-day notice with Jim Miller, and then I took the fight with Terrence because apparently nobody wanted to fight him, from what I heard. And I just say, yeah, man. I've always been like a yes guy.
Yeah,
so like,
they love that.
I don't shy away from a fight.
That's badass.
I love a good fight, man.
Absolute dog.
If you're gonna keep giving me, if I keep getting these names, man, I just gotta make some noise somewhere, man. And it's to me, I think that they probably do see something in me, or else they would have offered me, these tough fights. And there's no easy fight in the UFC anyway. So it's just now it's just getting myself on track and getting myself on a different level of training to improve my situation when I'm inside the cage. But I think they've seen my record, they've seen my resume. I had 19 prior fights before I even joined the UFC, which is probably more fights than a lot of guys that start fighting in the UFC. So, and I've been very entertaining. Man, I did a tournament where I fought 3 fights in one night out in Peru. Uh, I ended up coming up short on a decision on the hometown guy. But I bring a lot to the table, man. I'm always been entertaining, and I just like to fight, man. It's just a passion, and if they were to drop me, it would suck, but I would get back in there regardless. I think I'd come back easily. But I mean, it's not the case, man. They keep me around, and I just got to make sure I shine on this next fight, man. That's really what I'm really focusing on nowadays. Is just focusing on my next performance, making sure it's making sure it's going to showcase a lot of who I am and what I could do as a fighter. Because I do hurt people. Like I rock I rock Jim Miller, I rock Terrence. So, I got some serious power behind my hands, and it's just adjusting to these adjusting little things in my camp and in my next fight, and then we'll come out with a dub for sure.
All right, yeah, nice stuff. All right, I can see some action already in the chats. Get your questions thrown, guys. We will get to you in just a sec. But like you said, you fought two notable names in the UFC, and some would say, some would probably look at that and kind of think, this guy fancies himself a bit of a gambling man, because a win against either of those guys would have propelled you massively in the sport. But is your next move likely to be sort of a step down from someone like that, from those people, from those guys, and has your manager thrown any names your way?
No, I don't really care if they give me another name fighter. That's all you need, man. You need one fight to propel you to, like you said, man, to shoot you to the top, and for people to see you more. Then they start wanting to market you more. So to me, it doesn't matter if they give me a step up or step down, whatever you want to call that. These are fights in general. But no names have been thrown at me. My manager did have me want to get a list together of guys that we could possibly fight that are also coming off 2 fights losses, or a 1 fight loss. Because they usually tend to put guys in the UFC that are in the matchmaking. From what I've seen, is they usually put guys that are coming off losses and fights together, and then they can start fighting someone that's coming off a win.
Yeah, it makes sense. You got to make these matches wisely. Styles make fights as well, and then that sort of like comes secondary. That sometimes when you're looking at the real style behind each fighter, and those. Oh, sorry, we've gone completely off.
You're all good, man. But yeah, no, man. Like I was saying, I'm not gonna shy away from any fight, man. Whoever they give me, I'm a scrapper, dude. I've never stepped down from any fight, even growing up. Even when I fought for Combate, I was always that yes guy. I had month-to-month fights. I had that Peru, the tournament where I did. I've always just been like that yes dude. So to me, it's just as long as I get another fight, I'm happy, man. That's But I just want to get that dub in the UFC ring, man. That's like my first goal right now is to get that first dub in the UFC octagon, because I have a feeling it's going to hit a little differently than any other fight that I've had.
Man, I can just imagine the kind of emotions, what that would be like, and I'm sure you've kind of had a lot of time to kind of think about that, and that's probably gone through your head quite a lot. But here at ATF, like we like to kind of guess what the next matchup is for people. Okay, so I've got like a list of possible candidates. And what I want you to do is kind of rate them out of 10 based on excitement. It's just, and if you don't know who they are, just say pass. All right? Does that sound fun enough to you?
Yeah. I might not even know any names, to be honest, but we'll see.
Okay, yeah. I mean, just thought, we'll throw it out there. Let's make this a little bit interesting. What about Jai Herbert? Where would you score that out of 10 if you know who he is?
Jai Herbert.
Joey Herbert.
Joey Herbert.
He got knocked out by Ilia Topuria in his last fight.
Yeah, last fight he was over in the UK, so he fought. He got a win. Sorry, no, the time before that was Ilia Topuria. Yeah, you're right. When he first fought in London back in March, I believe it was. Yeah, he got knocked out by Topuria. Is that rings a bell?
Are you talking about Jai Herbert?
Yeah, Herbert. That's the one.
Oh, I thought you said Joey.
Oh,
like
no.
Why? That's why I was like Joey Herbert. Joey Herbert would be a fun fight. He seems more of a striker than anything else.
Yeah.
but I think that'd be a good fight for me. You know, we both create problems on the feet, so basically it's going to be who's going to get hit with the first big hit first, and then after that, someone's going to go for the shot. So
yeah, I mean, I picked that one out because I mean he's fought some really talented people himself, like yourself and guys who have kind of been around for some time. Trinaldo was one of them.
Aldo, yeah.
So
he fought also Torpuria.
Yeah.
Torpuria is an exciting guy.
Yeah,
too.
that was exciting. That was a first round. Was it first round knockout? I believe it was. It was quite scary.
No, second. I think Jai was winning that fight.
He did look good at start. He did. Yeah, we just got caught. But yeah, some people saying that it's a good matchup. I have some good opinions on them. But we've got another one for you.
Well, hang on. Where'd you rank it out of 10 first?
Out of a 10, that would probably be like for excitement, man. That'd be for sure like a 9. Man.
Yeah,
A 9
for
for
sure.
exciting striker. Yeah,
because he's an exciting striker. He's not going to shy down. He's not going to shy away after getting hit. So I think that creates more excitement for the fans.
Okay.
And what fans really want to see. They like seeing violence and people hitting each other.
Okay. Shall I get the next name for you?
Yeah, go on then.
So Gabriel Benitez.
Gabriel Benitez.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know what you mean. Sometimes you got to Google to get the faces, and then you see the faces like, oh yeah, this guy.
He's Mexican.
I wish we linked to these guys' names so we could just click and look at some of the history. But otherwise,
I could just.
what's your thoughts? You can say pass, of course, as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a pass. I've never seen this guy actually.
Okay.
I'll pass on that one.
All right.
Cool.
What about Cameron Van Camp? Recently fought this past weekend.
Oh, that would be exciting.
Yeah.
Fight.
Mm-hmm.
I would enjoy that fight. Yeah.
Cameron
He would create some problems for sure.
Van Camp. Yeah. VANCAMP, Van Camp. And I think particularly with this guy, who did he fight this weekend? Just go on.
Oh God, it's that's gonna be stuck in my head.
Didn't he fight? He's the one that also. He's actually one of the names that we gave to my management team.
Was it Trey Ogden?
As a potential?
Was it Trey Ogden he fought?
Who he just fought, right?
I feel it might have been.
He may just have. If you guys are in the chats, look, feel free to lend us a hand on that one.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Nicholas Mota.
Oh, that's it. Yes,
okay.
Nicholas Mota. That's who he fought. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of Nicholas Mota. So yeah, no, Cameron Van Camp. Actually, I don't remember. I remember he had fought him though.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you give him out of 10?
Excitement wise, how do you think that would match up?
Excitement wise, maybe like a 6-7 maybe.
Okay, all right, that's
6-7.
Okay, should we move on to the next one?
Jordan Levitt. What's your opinions on Jordan Levitt? Do you reckon that's going to be an exciting matchup?
A possibility.
How do you reckon that would go?
I don't. I don't think that'd be super exciting as for he's just gonna shoot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's more of a grappler.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a fun grappling match. But as far as excitement wise, I think that he's just gonna shoot and it wouldn't be as exciting. So it'd probably be like a 5 for me.
Okay.
But I would definitely want to fight him, no doubt. I think I could catch him clean with some punches and finish him with TKO. Personally, for me, but he's I don't know, man. I just don't see him as an exciting fighter. So
Okay.
I think grappling would be quite entertaining. I think you're right. So you
try the next one.
You say you give that a 5 or a 6?
as for excitement, as like a 5, I would say, because he's just gonna try to grapple him, man. And like only like true MMA nerds, like jiu-jitsu guys are gonna love that type of fight, The crowd's just gonna be like, oh, here we go, another grappling fight,
All right, okay. What about Trey Ogden? Also fought this past weekend, if not.
I didn't even get to see any of the fights this past weekend.
Oh, you did.
Okay.
I was at work, man. I was at work. I could. Yeah. How do you spell his last name?
Ogden.
Ogden, yeah.
Daniel Zuluba, I think.
Zellhuber, yeah. And to be honest, that fight against Daniel Zellhuber, I mean, Zellhuber was a favorite. Now, he was expected to win that one, and it was a unanimous decision to Ogden, which was wild because I lost that pick. And he was Aljamain Sterling even chimed in on the Twitter channels speaking quite highly of Zellhuber. He said he watches him train and he's quite an exciting fighter. So I mean, for Ogden to do what he done over a decision, 3 rounds, then certainly got some skill and some class.
He got some hands on him from what I see. I mean, I was looking at his statistics. Like, I don't really know him. I didn't get to see him fight, so I can't really say.
Fair enough, we can pass.
Okay.
But just so we can pass on that one. But I do see his stats itself for striking are pretty fun. So I feel like that'd be an exciting fight for me. Okay. I like a good bang. I like a guy that's gonna be standing straight with me, man. It makes it more like. It's just like the fans want to see it, man.
Yeah.
You know? And
Okay.
Maybe this next one will be a little bit better then. Maybe Rodrigo Vargas. He did fight Paddy Pimblett. That was Paddy's second fight in the UFC. He's not very active though.
I don't think he caught him on a sub, didn't he?
Yeah.
Caught him on a sub. I can remember that fight. From what I saw, it was not much of it though. That could be a good matchup for me. Paddy Pimblett is someone I do want to fight.
Yeah.
I think every lightweight wants to fight Paddy.
Yeah. Let's make him next on the list. Let's make him next on the list.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good fight. I'd probably, I think I would probably rate it like a 7 or something.
Okay.
For that fight, just going off of that fight that I saw.
Okay. All right. That's good. What about the last one then? Is Faraz ZM? Just recently fought as well. I'm just trying to match these.
You know what?
This guy's got another bit of hype as well. This guy.
Yeah, he lost to Terence as well, and he beat the likes of Luigi Van Dramini. His fight
Jamie
at the
Malak
weekend was
impressive.
Michael Figlak, who I think came from Cage Warriors.
This guy, he's like super tall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. I had to put a face on it, dude.
I know.
It's terrible.
No, I'm the same.
No,
that would be a good fight, man. I would for sure give that like a fucking solid 9, probably even a 10, dude. To be honest, because he's exciting. Yeah. He's an exciting fighter, man. I would love to have that matchup with him. I did see his last fight too, actually, and he's a fun one to watch, no doubt. And he does have hype around him. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, it would be the decent one. So, okay, judging from
that's some good
we
work.
say Jai Herbert or Faraz DM. Manager, you know what to do next.
There it is.
Welcome.
Top UFC brasses, set it up. Let's go.
Right? Hey, man, watch one of those fights happen, then you're going to be like, we fucking
Mate.
I want to know. We want to be known first. We want to be.
You sound just like us.
I'll shout you guys out.
Yeah. 100%. We'll work on our celebration together as well. So we've got to find out exactly what that celebration is going to look like.
Yeah.
Something wild like that.
Yeah.
But no, thanks for playing the game with us, because that's quite exciting just to sort of look at these possible matchups because look, you're a fighter who just loves to fight. That's why you say
want
yes.
to go in there and just
absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. And as fans, we love to watch fighters who love to fight. It's just 10 times more exciting when you actually watch someone who does enjoy their job.
Yeah. And we love styles as well.
Yeah, oh man, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And the more you throw those hands, man, the more that you're gonna get those reactions from us.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely. And it's if it hits the ground, man, I'm like a big elbow guy too. So I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen some of my fights, some of my highlights. I have some pretty gnarly finishes on a couple guys where I'm just elbowing the shit out of their head. So I like to be as violent as possible in there.
Yeah,
that's what I love to hear.
That's usually my goal.
Yeah.
That's usually my goal. It's I don't like to have, I hate decision fights, man. Those are just unless it's like a straight banger, but judges don't really know what they see half the time.
Big risk, big reward type guy. Right?
Yeah, man. Because I've had a couple wars where it was 3 rounds, and one of them was a title fight, and I thought I had won both those fights, and unfortunately did not. Back when I was fighting for Combate. So the judges are always never. I feel like they're never in your favor.
Oh yeah. We've got a couple of questions, and then we're going to go into some fan questions. So fan questions have been coming through. Thanks again for those of you guys who are putting questions in the chat. Keep them coming. We'll try to get through as many as we can. Just a few more away from that. But yeah, actually we'll go on to quite an exciting one.
Yeah. And you said in a previous interview that one of your favorite fighters is Jorge Masvidal. Now, have you ever had a chance to meet him?
Yeah, I met him very briefly, but yes, I have. I met him at a couple events, and that was pretty much it. There wasn't much of a conversation.
Okay.
So it was more like a walking by each other.
Okay.
And,
so
I said hi. I said what's up. I didn't get a picture with him because it was just too bit of distance, but I made sure I was like Mazda.
Yeah,
I'm a fan, so
yeah, he's got your number now.
What was your reaction then to meeting him for the first time? Like, what was going through your head?
it was cool, man. You know, he's got this aura around him. He's got this energy where he's just like, you know, he's just like he's a real dude, man. He keeps it as real as possible. So yeah, it's just exactly, man. You know, he kind of reminded me of like when I met like one of the Diaz brothers.
Yeah.
You know, they're just like very straightforward dudes, and but definitely a little bit more more smiles on his face than the Diaz brothers.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost
You keep it real all the time.
it's almost like they lose
You know.
they lose stock every time they smile. Like they just don't like to do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
That kind of thing. But yeah, no, it's wild because, you know, we've met a lot of fighters. The last time the UFC came to London, you've met some of your favorite fighters as well.
Yeah.
I mean, with
met
me,
GSP.
Yeah.
Once. Oh man,
Yeah.
I can't get into that. We'll be here all day if I was to tell you that story.
oh man,
there's some
was
legends.
legit.
GSP,
We had
man.
Ash on the chat.
I have yet to meet him, so
Yeah, me too.
I haven't met GSP, but it's definitely on my list.
Oh yeah, one of the greats, you know, one of the greats. That's cool. And we had Ash as well. He met Frankie Edgar.
Yeah,
a couple weeks
Frankie
ago.
came on the channel.
He was sitting in your seat
yeah.
right there, bro. He was sitting in your seat right there on the channel.
It was, oh man, it was like,
It's crazy.
It was unreal for him.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
we had-
just bag of nerves all day.
Yeah, it's hilarious because he had to ask some of the questions, and we had like a good couple of weeks of prepping him basically for it. Just like, hey, look, listen, man.
It's gonna be okay.
Stay cool, be calm. keep your trousers clean,
Yeah,
okay? He gets excited.
Frank Edgar's he's definitely one of the guys I looked up to, even watching in the UFC, man. He's just like fearless guy, man. He fights at any like goes up a weight class, goes down weight classes, and just doesn't give a shit. You know, he's a fucking fun guy to watch.
He is.
Yeah. It's definitely an inspiration, I think, for the smaller kind of guys, especially at that period when there wasn't like your bantamweight division, your featherweight division, or even flyweight division. You know, he was the smallest at the time in the lightweight division and still captured goals.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Now I want to get onto this because this is probably one of the most favorite questions that I've got lined up for you, because I want to know the answer. Because Ghost Pepper has got to be one of my favorite nicknames on the current roster. You know, how did that nickname come about? You know, what's the story behind it?
You know, my family used to run a restaurant out here in the South Bay where I live in Torrance.
I love it already.
It was a Mexican vegan spot. So we had Mexican food, we had vegan food. And we used to make like really fucking good salsa. Like I know how to make a really good salsa. And we used to have like habaneros. My mom would all randomly bring ghost peppers and we'd make salsa off of that and we'd eat it. So like we were just chilling one day, man. One day we were closing down a restaurant. It was it was a little bit slower, so we closed down a little bit early. I was there with my cousin or my little sister, my mom, my great uncle, and my uncle, and then some business guy that we used to have help us with our restaurant. We were all sitting there eating, and my uncle had brought in these peppers, which I didn't know what a ghost pepper was at the time. Until afterwards. And,
when you saw your ghost leave your body. Yeah, at that point you realize
exactly.
why.
Oh yeah. And he had roasted them, and he's like, because he knows I like peppers, so like I would eat habaneros and like nothing. And he's like, you won't eat that pepper? Like you won't eat the whole thing? And I was just like, what? And I just like grabbed that shit, and just ate the whole thing, ate the heart. It was roasted. Fucking just killed me, dude. Like I just like left an imprint in my body, in my fucking soul, dude. It was just like started fucking hiccuping, getting my hands where everything was sweaty, my face got real hot.
Wow. How many of your ancestors did you see?
I like legitimately, man. I thought I was like, my stomach, like when it hit like my actual stomach and I had swallowed it, like I could just feel it, and then like feel like my inside of my body was just burning up.
Pepper. Oh, wow.
And I kind of just never forgot that moment. And I was the next day because I was fighting amateur at the time when it happened. And I was trying to think of names, because I was training nonstop and I was running a restaurant. So it was like I'm really busy. And I was just like trying to think of a nickname. I went through all like the basic names, like the Young Punisher, the Grim Reaper, shit like that, like basic ass fight name. And the marketing guy's like, hey man, like how do you feel what about Ghost Pepper? And I was just like, Ghost Pepper? I was like, I don't know about that. It kind of sounded weird at first. And he's like, well, think of it this way. He's like, remember how that Ghost Pepper, kind of left a mark on you? just like make that your goal every fight.
Oh,
Like,
that's
make it
sick.
so like people
I
don't
love that.
forget who you are in a
that.
fight.
Yeah.
And it's really marketable. And then he was looking at it from a business point of view.
Yeah.
And man, yeah, it kind of just stuck with me. And I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm the Ghost Pepper.
Genius.
Yeah. Wow.
It's always just been like a positive, like kind of like reviews from people. Like everybody's like, dude, I love your nickname. How do you think of that? I'm like, dude, I just fucking almost died.
It haunts me.
Yeah.
I'm stuck
So,
with it.
yeah, I was close to going to the hospital.
Yeah.
And it was just like, luckily
Mate,
I didn't, but
It nearly took your soul. Now you just basically troll the earth trying to find other souls that you can take in instead.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, it was fucking good, bro. It was just like, it was one of those days you're just like, even thinking about it now gets like my me kind of sweaty, just because like that moment of just like that fucking swallowing it, hitting you all at once. It was like a 30-second delay, so you don't feel it right away, and then all of a sudden it just goes, just punches you right in the chest.
Yeah, right in the sucker, bro. I don't want to live that experience. Okay, Ghost Pepper or leg kicks?
Oh, what would you rather take?
Who's leg kicking?
Oh, leg kicks by.
That's
a good question.
I'd say Edson Barbosa.
Oh, they're thunderous.
I'll take the Ghost Pepper. I'll take the Ghost Pepper on now, bro. I can eat leg kicks, but man, that's a hard kick.
Yeah,
that's the hardest.
what would you rather eat, leg kicks or Ghost Pepper? There it is.
I'll just eat a Ghost Pepper, man.
I love that. Great answer to the question. Had a lot of meaning behind it, and honestly, now time I hear that name, it was one thing I'm going to be thinking about is that sort of experience you're looking to impart on people when you're in there. That's mad. That's wild.
Yep.
All right.
Let's move on to
So on that part of the Q&A where we get into some fan questions. So we've got some coming through the channels. We've got some from the likes of Angus. We've got Cage My IQ, Ash in the chats as well. Thanks guys for chiming in. Thanks for your questions. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, get them all in.
They're popping up here on screen now. We've got a question in from Ash. He says, "What's your dream fight?" So what fight would you love to have?
My dream fight, and hopefully I get it before he retires or if he doesn't retire, is Poirier.
Ooh.
Poirier would be a fight that I really want to have.
Dustin Poirier.
He's super exciting. He's huge heart. He's just goes forward, man. And I think stylistically we would match up to be a very exciting fight.
A barn burner, I'd say, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah, fingers crossed that gets there one day. Here we go. Next one.
Next question here we said from Cage My IQ. Thanks again for your question, Cage. He says, I hear you're an avid gamer. What games are you currently playing?
No, we had this conversation.
We talked about this offline,
but let Cage know.
I play Escape from Tarkov. It's a military realistic style type of game. That's usually what I play, man. It's like a very more mature rated kind of game. I don't really like playing Call of Duty too often. I even though I have the games, I don't really play them too often like I used to. I used to play those a lot when I was younger. Back when lobbies were toxic as hell.
Yes. When game chat was a thing.
GG.
When you would hear people saying some of the most vulgar shit you've ever heard, and you wouldn't get any backlash for it.
Yeah.
I remember them.
But no, I've been playing that game a lot, and I started recently getting into this game called DayZ, which is kind of like a survival game, kind of like I don't know if you guys have heard of Rust. So it's also like the same thing. You spawn on the beach, and then you go and loot the place and try to find. It's basically RNG based. So it's like if what you find, if you get lucky, you'll find good shit. If you don't, then you're kind of screwed.
All right, nice.
But yeah, no, I play a lot of EFT, man. I'm a big Escape from Tarkov streamer.
Okay, all right, yeah, wow. And as I say, you just said you're a big streamer now. Yeah, how can people find you on Twitch? Ghost Pepper?
Ghost Pepper UFC. Yeah, Ghost Pepper UFC. I usually, I like to keep everything one way to do it, one way to find me, because then it makes it a hell of a lot easier. Yeah. So then I'm not like, oh, this is my Twitter, this is my Instagram, this is my Twitch. It's like, just keep it all one, keep it all connected, make it simple.
All right, there, as you just see there for a brief period.
In the bottom left corner of the screen, on the widescreen shot. Next question up, we got Angus Jenkins, and he says, "Hey Eric, quick question: would you rather fight 50 duck-sized Francis Ngannou's or one Ngannou-sized duck?"
Second one.
One Ngannou-sized duck.
See, you got 50 ducks the size of Oh, hold on, no, 50 Ngannus, the size of a duck, right? Or you have one duck the size of Ngannou.
Big duck.
So 50 little Francises or one big Francis-sized duck. Just imagine.
No, duck is not that. It's not that threatening. So I'll take the big duck.
Take the big duck.
Take the big duck, right?
He's got a long neck, so maybe I'll be.
Hey, I was just gonna say, what's the strategy to that? Okay,
Get
I
away
like
from
that.
that beak.
Yeah,
You just gotta
bypass
fight the
that beak,
that's all.
slip that, get the back, and then that's we say something else. Check him out. No, I love that. Angus Jenkins has historically been asking.
That's a very creative.
Yeah.
That's a very creative question.
Gets your juices flowing, right? Gets you thinking. I tell you what, you're gonna be at bed later tonight and just be like, Ngannou-sized duck.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I'll probably have a dream about it.
Oh wow! Do you know what? I reckon the history of that question probably came from a dream that Angus once has.
Maybe,
Legend
probably.
says.
Yeah.
Imagine.
We've got another one from Cage My IQ. He says, is there anyone you would love to train with to help improve your skills if you had the chance to work with anyone? Would that be?
I would honestly want to work with Mighty Mouse.
Oh, yeah.
I think that he probably has some secrets of himself that he does probably on his personal time or whatever when he trains. I think Mighty Mouse would be one person I would love to train with.
That's
Fellow
cool.
gamer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the one who started
Yeah, I
it
do
really
watch him.
with fighters, I think. In terms of
Yeah, he did.
yeah.
He would go live right after his fight.
Yeah. He used to have like an Xbox in like a case, didn't he? You just fold it out and it's just playing.
Legendary. He's just nerded. It's a nerded heart,
I love that, man.
That is cool. That is cool. Next question we got.
Thoughts on Jose Aldo retiring yesterday to give himself a chance to box, maybe?
Yeah, that was your thoughts. What's your thoughts on that? Jose, of course, retiring.
Hey man,
time or what's your?
I think that he probably just thought that his time's up or whatever. After his last fight, he even said it during the cage. He wanted to stop fighting because that was like his last run for the title. I hope he enjoys his retirement. I hope he doesn't try to come back and get another fight randomly like most fighters do. There's always never like that full retirement because they want to get that last run, that last fight. But no, man, I'm super happy for him. He's one of the GOATs. Guy's a fucking legend. So it's like super happy for him, man. He did a hell of a career for the UFC and his fans. Yeah. One of the most entertaining. And even his last fight was fucking great performance, man.
I mean, you see how much was riding in that.
Nothing to be ashamed about.
He knew he was on the run.
Yeah,
nothing to look down upon at all, man. He's fucking a phenomenal fighter.
Agreed.
It's gonna be sad to not see him again, but if he does do any boxing fights, that'll be interesting. I'll definitely be watching that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it just seems like the trend at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, Anderson Silva. I mean, he's sort of paving waves in that way, isn't he, as well? But I mean, there's a reputation the UFC has in boxing in the ring that doesn't look too good. But we are seeing some credible fighters actually try to put it straight. So they do no work in those areas. But yeah, man, that's exciting. I mean, do you have a particular favorite moment from Jose? Anything that's really stood out over his career that you thought was pretty cool?
I think the most thing that I really enjoyed about Jose Aldo was when he used to actually leg kick.
Yeah,
that was like the time that I used to love. I used to love watching those leg kicks. That's what's like kind of like inspired me to get better at leg kicks. This guy's just like he's got like a bat on his legs. So it's just, I think, what was that one fight?
He kind of just stopped fighting
against Uriah Faber, where he just completely butchered his legs.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh my God, dude. That was like probably one of my favorite performances from him, man. He's literally destroyed Uriah Faber's leg, man.
I just remember after that fight and just being like, who can actually beat this guy? Because if this guy could just literally just win on leg kicks every time. Like, it just seemed like that way.
Yeah.
It just slowed down, didn't it? He just became more hands.
It's a lot of injuries, I think, kept him from throwing kicks.
Yeah. I didn't even know what injuries he had for his legs. I just kind of like,
didn't talk too much about
I never looked into it. I never looked into it or anything like that. And like you said, he probably didn't even talk about it anyways, but for sure had to be some sort of injuries.
Yeah.
I can only imagine, the years of, even Thai fighters, their lifespan goes lower when, they're throwing so many leg kicks, kicking bamboo trees, all that shit. Your leg can only take so much. And
there it is. It's like you start using an axe, it's going to start nulling off, getting a bit null over time.
Yeah, Absolutely. Absolutely.
lifespan and such. And you can't really sharpen your shins, not too much.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Try to.
Is that it for question time, or we got
well, we had one
in
from Ash, but he was
Yeah.
like, question, gamer cod? Question mark.
He also wanted to know if you can pick a next walkout song. So
I should take a poll. I might do a poll on my Twitch where I'm gonna let I'll let like a fan or someone, one of my viewers probably choose a song. Go with that.
Okay.
As long as it's not fucking anything dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
I can't rock a song if it's not high.
yeah, I hear.
I've definitely thought about doing that, and it's just to get more like viewers, just more active, and it gets them excited, you know. I haven't. I might just do a poll on that, to be honest.
Cool.
On my Twitch. So stay tuned with that.
Yeah,
Come around.
You've heard that, Ash, and you guys are in the chats. Stay tuned to the Twitch.
Yeah.
Ghost Pepper.
We've had do you know what? We've had a few streamers now on the channel. Well, obviously Mike Davis has now got into it. I think Chris Curtis plays, but I'm not sure if he streams. I can't remember if he streams. So look, hey, maybe we could set up a bit of a, you know, what's it? What are it called?
No, but a lot of UFC fighters are streaming randomly. Stipe, I think Stipe. Oh no, not Stipe. What's his name?
No, Stipe, right?
I know Max Holloway does. Stipe,
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Stipe.
Yeah,
Stipe stream. Chris Weidman does.
Wow.
Which that one surprised me actually. I was watching him and Stipe play games together.
No way. Yeah, that's a real
I
surprise.
swear to God, dude, it was fucking entertaining as hell. Wow. And it just literally and like the chat's just literally all MMA fans. So everybody's just asking questions, just going into, you know, and so I think that was super entertaining.
No, maybe we'll open a series.
There's a bunch of fighters. Yeah, Max Holloway. I know he plays like Apex Legends or something like that.
Yeah. He's quite sick as well.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, real good.
Yeah, he's fucking chill, man. He's fucking cool. So I haven't even met him in person yet, and that's one person I do want to meet.
Oh man.
Yeah, a lot of athletes in general are streamers.
I did meet Dan Hendo. I met Dan Henderson my last fight.
Really?
So
Wow.
Yeah.
No way.
He was in the back with Smiley Sam Alvey.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, he was in his corner when I had that fight night of Terrence McKinney that I had, and I got to meet him, which was fucking sick.
OG of the game.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah,
that is cool. Quite a few individuals there, and I tell you what, we'll have to hit you up if we ever organize something. Like in which case we get everyone together. We'll have a huge sort of like UFC universe, like in-game sort of thing. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
And
I'll be playing. I'll actually be playing in a tournament for EFT. I think it's next week. Next week. This Saturday actually. I'll be playing in a tournament for EFT. So. You guys aren't doing anything?
There you go.
Mate, yeah.
Or just have your phone up. Just tune in, man.
We've got no event on Saturday, so, you know.
Hey, let me just quickly turn to the chat. Ash, does that answer your question? There it is, right there. You can game of cards, yes, if you want to be about for it. Well, actually, it's EFT, isn't it? So, different game. But he's streaming, and you can check that out. But, yeah, look, the channels are there, and we'll leave it in the description below as well, so people can follow you and hit you up. But we'll also give you a space at the end of the show just to give a bit of a shout out. Yeah. But we got to do the Against the Clock series.
Against the Clock, here we go.
Right. So we talked about this just before offline, but Jake is going to quickly explain it for those who are just chiming in and want to know what this game's all about. But yeah, quick
so basically, it's a quick fire. It's kind of a quick fire round. We got 15 questions. And for every question you get wrong, we add plus 3 seconds onto your time. And then, I say we'll hopefully fly through it in quick succession. I'm going to try and get some previous times up from the guys that have played it before.
I'll get a timer at the ready as well.
Yeah, you get the timer at the ready.
So we can nail this. And I hope you're feeling pretty confident about it. I mean, the questions... You will know the answer to a lot of them. I know that much for sure. But how can your brain sort of work? And, you know, can you, like, for example, if you don't get a question right and we tell you the answer, you're like, oh, darn it. Yeah, I should have got that one. Because that's sort of level. But
So the times you got to be, I think Nathaniel Wood is leading at the moment. I think it was like 1 minute. I think it was crazy, like 1 minute 30 or something. Might have to check it back. But Adrian Yanez got 2:25. And Mike Davis got 2:33. So that's what you're working at the moment. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you ready?
If you don't know the answer, just say pass, and we will add 3 seconds to your time. But we'll get a timer up on the screen at the ready. All just testing. Okay, time is ready.
Does that work if I do that? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Are you ready? Is that time still work? Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Cool.
it spaces down the page
Right.
now.
I see. Okay. All right. You ready?
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Who's the president of the UFC?
You know what?
In which year was the first UFC event?
Pass.
Which fighter did Conor say, "I'll wrestle my balls on your forehead" to?
Pass. I don't know how I don't know that.
In jiu-jitsu, which guard position shares the name with an insect with wings?
The butterfly guard?
Yes. How many title defenses did Khabib have?
I believe it was 2 or 3.
Oh, we got to pick one.
3. We'll go 3.
Which fighter took off his shorts and said, "My balls were hot"?
Oh, Black Beast.
Yeah, we'll go with take it.
In the gym, which long object suspended from the ceiling do you hit?
Wait, pass.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna say repeat, but
Okay.
said pass.
Which fighter had the horrendous nickname "Sexual Chocolate"?
I don't remember his name, but I'm gonna have to pass.
Which
I don't remember his name.
Which discipline combines the elements of dance, acrobatics, and music?
Wait, which what? Can you
Which
repeat the question?
discipline? Which discipline combines the elements of dance, acrobatics, and music?
Sambo?
Not quite.
The sex position 69 is also a jiu-jitsu position called.
North South?
Which was the first women's strawweight champion?
What's her name? I'm gonna have to pass because I don't remember her name right now.
All right. Which fighter has the nickname Nigerian Nightmare?
Usman.
Which fighter gets called Gyno Tit on Twitter a lot?
Gyno Tip. I don't know that one. I'm gonna have to pass.
Oh, okay. In an interview, which fighter said the line, "Nate can't even count to 5"?
McGregor?
Yeah. In a post-fight interview, which fighter said, "You better win your next fight because I'm coming on their ass"?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, okay. That was 229. Plus, how many did we get wrong?
229, and then you've got 8 wrong.
Ooh.
So we've got to do some maths. Yeah, so
24 seconds onto
24.
I probably did the worst.
I think that is. Oh, I've definitely got.
So 2 minutes 29. What are we at inside? 24 seconds. So
Yeah.
2 minutes 40, 50, 3. 24 seconds to 2 minutes 29. Yeah, 2 minutes 53.
253.
253.
All right, okay.
That would be your time, and we'll have to record that. We'll write that down on the leaderboard and the score of the score for it, and let's see where you come actually on that. Is that
You actually rock bottom below Mike Davis.
Oh, you didn't beat. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. But
let's kill you.
Oh man.
we do get to talk about the ones you got wrong.
Yeah.
Let's touch on that.
let's do
This is get some.
Okay.
This is where you kick yourself. And we did just cover the fact that you would rather eat a ghost chili pepper. So, so hopefully this is not too painful. All right. So you got the second one wrong, which was the year, which is fair enough.
Which was 1993. Okay.
Now you got butterfly. Did you get balls on your forehead?
No.
Who
So
did
that
he say
was
it to?
Connor said that to Chad Mendes. That's a good one. Very good. It's a difficult question, to be fair.
Now you got the Khabib defenders.
Yeah.
Black Beast, Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
Yep. The other one.
Oblong.
We'll repeat the question actually
Yeah.
because I think you might have just missed the
Jim,
question.
which long object suspended from the ceiling do you hit?
Oh, punch me.
Yeah. Maybe.
Just missed the question on that one, but
I think I heard it incorrectly, and then I was like, I was fighting time, so I was like, fuck.
yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
It would have been longer to repeat, maybe.
Yeah. The nickname "Sexual Chocolate" was John Jones. staying out.
Dude, I knew that one. I knew that one too, but I was just like, where did I fucking hear that? It's been a while since I heard that one.
That's quite difficult, I guess, when you're on the spot.
Yeah, they must have they swept that one under the mat real good because a lot of people just like, what? Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Sexual
Wild.
Oh, dude.
So
that
the other
might
one,
be my second favorite nickname ever.
next to Ghost Pepper.
Yeah.
You got,
that would be some. That would be something to walk out there. Sexual charge. Bruce Buffer.
I know, right? I know, right? It's just like, do you know what? It's actually probably genius just to have Bruce Buffer shout that in between your first and last name. I mean, I did. I did.
For bands.
Just like, Cyrus, I want him in my ass. Whoa!
Whoa! There's no way you would think that. There's no way you would think that. No. You got to lose a bet to go for that, bro.
That'd be my name. That'd be my name. I'm like, Bruce Buffer. I'm like, you have to say it. You have to say it. You know?
Oh, no. I think even Bruce would deny that one.
That's mad.
That's funny. All right.
The other one
Capoeira.
you got wrong was Capoeira, which was the discipline that combines elements of dance, acrobatics, and music.
Capoeira.
You see that? That's the pain of kicking yourself. I can see it right now. I can see it.
Yeah, the first women's strawweight champion was Carla Esparza. The gyno tip one was Israel Adesanya. Let's just talk a bit, and then the last one was actually Aljamain Sterling, where he's like, "You better win because I'm coming on that ass."
Yep. In fact,
didn't he correct himself too? Because he said he heard himself say it, and he's like, "Wait a minute." He started making it longer. Just
you just saw him backpedaling it upstream.
There's a moment where you just look into his eyes, look into his soul, and it's like, fuck, I realize what I've just done.
They're gonna get away from this.
I remember because me and my buddies were watching that interview when we heard it, and we were all fucking just dying in my Discord. We were like, did he just say did he just say that out on camera? I'm coming in his ass.
It's too much. It's too much. Honestly. It was just that moment where it's like, even the cameraman was like, bro. You know?
Oh my oh shit, man. There was this moment I remember. It was on the news, man. This lady was doing the news and she's talking about the Los Angeles Lakers, and she said Los Angeles. It sounded like she said the N-word.
No.
But she said liquors with an L. But our camera said that, and we were watching. Me and my cousin were watching TV, and I was like, I had my DVR not recording, records whatever's going on, and I just paused it. I'm like, did you just hear that? And he's like, yeah. And then we rewinded it, and then we heard it again. Like, dude, it totally sounded like she said. But it reminded me of that. It reminded me of that moment, of Sterling saying that. I was just like,
do you know what I mean? It's just too risky.
Not racial, but it's just one of those words you say accidentally. And you're like, oh shit, did you say that?
Yeah. That kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, you get all hot and sweaty. It's like, shit, what did I just say? But one of the funniest moments in UFC, for sure. I mean, that's going to make it some sort of, I love that to make it a Hall of Fame or something, but Aljamain just hopes everyone forgets it. Imagine. He's a person, rumor has it he's changing his middle name to come on that ass, Sterling.
I don't think he should.
Just like I can read it out.
I feel like Sterling would be that guy to do it.
Yeah,
just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Just for shits and
giggles.
Own it.
Own it.
Yeah. He just seems like that guy.
Aljamain coming on that ass, Sterling.
Oh man. Well, him and he has a fight coming up, right?
Yeah, man.
Dillashaw.
Yeah, we're gonna get some picks into that in just a sec. We can get your opinions on it. Save them, bank them, and
we'll roll it out in our little People's Pick show that will happen later in the just prior to that bout. So it'll be nuts. 280.
So we'll before we wrap up for the guys in the chat, is there any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to you guys for having me here, man. Shout out to the chat for coming in and just asking questions. It's I really enjoy doing this stuff all the time when I can. And shout out to my management team and my team out in Fight Science out in LA. The people that always got my back no matter what. So that's all I really need to shout out, man. All love to everybody.
Nice.
Sweet, yeah,
Nice.
spread
No, I
love
love that.
indeed.
I love that. And look, we had a really fun time today. You know, we talked about some fights that are not yet been announced for you, but some potential opportunity that could be quite exciting. So, you know, we'll get that clipped up and sent to UFC brasses, and hopefully they take good heed. You know, there's all these sorts of things. we played the games as well today, but really just got to know you as a personality, and you know, that's just amazing for us over in the UK, because getting to know fighters, sort of bridging that connect, and just sort of being able to just sort of like see like you guys are human beings out there is absolutely awesome. And even potentially playing with you guys online, you know, that streaming thing you're coming on, that'd be cool. So look, we'll share it, get the profile out there, and look, hopefully, you know, there's just many more people that's gonna sort of recognize you, love you, and just keep watching you in the sport, bro.
Hell yeah. That's what it's about, man.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video coming soon, which will probably be tune in to hit the notifications. Don't forget to hit the like button on the video as well, and the subscribe button. As we've got some content coming out hopefully this weekend, so stay tuned.
Absolutely.
All right.
Peace out.
Ciao for now.
Thank you.